Hello everyone, my name is Blackwatch and welcome to another episode of my Siege lore series, and we're doing something a bit different this time. Actually doing a list of lore things. Plenty more episodes coming up in terms of specific topics, but I thought instead of making each one of these their own video, kinda doesn't really warrant it. Instead I would just mash them all together into a little 5 Siege lore secrets you probably missed. So number 1, Tachenka and Finka were romantically involved together. Now this adds a bit of spice to the fact that Finka decided to leave for Nighthaven, but if you look into Finka's original bio, it shows that she was flirting with Tachenka, and also if you look at Tachenka's elite skin, you can see on his arm he has a tattoo of a knife, and inside the knife is written Lyra in Russian. Now Lyra is Finka's name, Lyra Melnikova, and knife is what finka means in Russian. So there you go, a little bit of iconography, another siege relationship to add to the list. And speaking of siege relationships, we have another one, number 2 on the list. Cav is a lesbian. So this was hinted at before with Ghost Recon Wildlands. There was a DLC involving her and Twitch potentially being together. This was never confirmed and is not canon. So don't take it as though these two have been together. If it didn't happen in Siege, it didn't happen, basically. But she is a lesbian. She has a girlfriend in Brazil called Camila. So during the battle pass that came along with Thorn, we actually saw on Cav's uniform that she has there, she wears a necklace. And this is also a charm that you get. And so on the underside of the charm, it has Camila y Taina, which is the two names together. Taina being Kavera, Camila being her girlfriend, and the two of them are on this little necklace together on the underside. So cute little detail. They've done stuff like this in the past. Like there's one that was for Pulse a long time ago. I think it was for the first invitational set, where the charm was called Pulse's Heart, and it had in kanji on it written Yumi. So you know, all that kind of stuff is very cute, and details you wouldn't necessarily pick up on, which is exactly what this video is for. So number 3, Harry may not be the director of Rainbow anymore. This one's a bit more story significant. I was kind of tempted to put this outside of this video, but I feel like it's a wee bit cheeky to make a video that's essentially a minute long and be like, yeah, there you go guys, see you later, bye bye. But yes, he may not be the director of Rainbow anymore. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but if you go into the bios of the most recent operators, I think the last 2 or 3, you'll see that at the bottom of the psychological profile section, it no longer says Dr. Harishva Pandey, Director of Rainbow. It now says Dr. Harishva Pandey, Behavioural Analyst. So, a little bit different. Don't really know what this means yet. It could be that we're going to see a new Director of Rainbow emerge from this particular detail, but we don't know anything for certain, so just keep that one in the back of your mind. 4th one, which I thought was kind of cute, I don't know if everyone's seen it before, but when Yana has access to her Gemini, you actually see that her eyes light up yellow. Her eyes specifically, not the Gemini's eyes. The reason for this is because her gadget is tied into a set of contact lenses she wears. Now we know before she joined Rainbow she'd attempted to become a fighter pilot, but because of her albinism she wasn't able to actually succeed in that application. One of the conditions that people with albinism suffer from is a compromised retina. They tend to have quite significant eyesight problems, particularly when it comes to sensitivity to light, and so obviously it's something that you would struggle to be able to be involved in a profession like aircraft piloting, that kind of stuff. But she took that disability and she found a way around it by using these contact lenses that overcorrect the deficit that she receives from her natural eyesight being damaged, and also integrates the use of the AR system to actually allow her to pilot the Gemini replica as she's standing there in real time. I just thought it was kind of a cool detail. It's a character with a disability that's quite debilitating. You would normally not expect someone who is albino to be in a situation as a CT operator, but she's found technology that she's managed to develop and tinker with herself that has allowed her to overcome that aspect of the disability and function as a very effective operator, getting picked in almost every bloody rank game because she's very good. So again, another cool little detail that I think people don't notice is her pretty spooky glowing eyes when she's standing on the replicator. I know it's pretty creepy. It's caught me a couple of times seeing my teammates completely stock still with glowing yellow eyes, but I thought the reason behind it was pretty cool. And the last one is one that a lot of people go, nah, you're chatting shit, Blackwatch. Well, guess what, buddy? I'm not. Official Ubisoft sources, I can't remember which account, but it was one of the regional accounts, had a video introducing Nook during Phantom Sight. And one of the things that they introduced was her name, because her name was difficult to pronounce for that particular regional office, and they made a joke about it. And her name is Karina Gahoy, and she is... Well, I don't really know the significance, to be honest. I know that there was a big deal made out of her identity. All of her stuff is redacted, and basically every other official publication is just this one video by Ubisoft Spain, maybe? I can't remember. And yeah, they announced her name, Karina Gahoy, and it's been a dirty little secret that's hung around for a long time. But one thing I would like to put on the record is that if you read it anywhere, 9 times out of 10 it's misspelt. It has 2 D's in the misspelling. It shouldn't have 2 D's. It is G-A-A-R-D-H, the special Danish O-J-E. That's the spelling, the correct spelling. It does not have 2 D's. Someone misspelt it on Reddit one time, and it's just been picked up as the official spelling. Not correct. Now, I'm not saying this is always going to be the case. Little bits like this, even though I would take it as official because it's come directly from Ubisoft, even if it's not been widely acknowledged by all the other studios, it is still from an official Ubisoft source and is in a video that's still live today. These things are still subject to change because obviously they didn't necessarily want the name to be widely known because they've redacted it in her bio, they've redacted it everywhere else. There's no English publication that I've seen that has the name in it, but it's in this particular video, so I wanted to include it. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed this one. I will see you in the next video. Double batching you everybody. Bye bye.